Hello, my name is Raitis and welcome back to an evening commentary. Today we're going to break down our trade on NQ and how we fucked up today. I did a newbie mistake and didn't follow my guidelines from the weekly outlook where we did the trade breakdown. Yeah, this was a mistake from me, made by me today, and that's why I want to completely do a full breakdown on today's trade so we can learn from our mistakes, so we don't repeat anything like this anymore. So we had the breakdown already. We were looking for longs. Of course, you can see longs didn't work out. It's not about how we could have avoided the loss because I don't think we really could have avoided this loss actually today. But you can see I tried to, it's basically something with risk management. You can see we had the order placed right here. We ignored the upper trade. I didn't trade this on any of my accounts. Market drop below new week opening price. And then we were looking for longs from this H1 order block coupled with a breaker. And this was basically our entry with a stop loss some below the breaker body right here, and we were targeting the monthly order block open. And yeah, you can see market delivered initial profits right here. Oh, they want to do that. I hope everything is still fine. Recording is still going. But then I went in and reduced my stop loss. If trading you would load, yeah. So you can see after the initial rally higher, I moved my stops. So first of all, I had like a bad entry and I moved my stops to this low and re-entered another position right here and would target another trade right here for 3.3 risk to reward ratio. Now we can see market consolidated and then finally turned over going into the 1 hour clock. At the end of the lunch macro, market shifted to the downside and offered displacement below the sell side liquidity pool. Now that's all fine, but I went into the market. Now this was, first of all, I risked a little too much on this first trade, and yeah, that's why this was like a zero. It should be a 0.5% loss, but it turned out to be a 0.8% loss. And then I re-entered the market because I thought my stop loss placement or stop loss management was not good enough. That's why I re-entered the trade as we traded lower with the same stop. And yeah, was targeting the same trade for 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. But as you can see, it didn't play out, and that's why we also risked too much on this trade, and that's why we ended up the day heavy in a loss, but that's okay. It was only on one of the accounts, but still really, really avoidable, really a newbie mistake. I don't know what went into my mind, but again, it's not the one thing I want to really give you with this video. This should be a really quick video because our analysis was actually decent. I mean, we just got the daily drawn liquidity wrong. Market traded into the daily fair value gap and just rolled over. And our invalidation criteria was also invalidated as we closed below the fair value gap CB right here on the 1 hour chart with this candle. So we shouldn't have re-entered any positions. And yeah, with that said, I don't know what to say. The only thing I wanted to give you as an insight is learning. It doesn't matter if you follow your risk management, risk protocols one day. You have to get up every day and do the same fucking shit over and over again and prove it to yourself that you're a disciplined risk manager and professional trader. The thing is, you have to do it every day, but the good thing is it gets easier with every day because it gets embedded into your identity and your DNA with every day that you show up and do the right things. It's a small setback. I really don't care that much. Of course, we over leveraged a little bit on this trade, but in the grand scheme of things, this wasn't a huge setback. That's why we can bounce off. We can bounce back with 1 or 2 trades from this loss, and we will be working on doing that this week under really tough conditions because we have NFP this week. That's why we only have tomorrow and probably Wednesday to trade. And the only time when we will probably also trade is when we have post NFP. There could be a potential trade, but except of that, Thursday is like really low probability. So let's see what the market offers tomorrow and if we can recoup this loss. I mean, I really think we are bearish. I like the response of daily fair value gap right here. What do we have as a draw on liquidity? We have these relative equal lows, which is a low resistance liquidity round. I think this could be an easy target for this week. Yeah, it's not nice. Messed up a little bit today, but that's part of the game, and I'm here to share my losses as well as my wins, which we had last week. Last week was amazing, really good, and yeah, shit happens. That's for sure. But we have to get back, and yeah, just continue showing up every day with a clear set of rules. And with that said, I don't want to do the video so long. I have to go to sleep so we can recover tomorrow and get back into the charts tomorrow and watch for new trading opportunities. With that said, I wish you a good night of sleep. Stay safe, trade safe. Bye bye.